Nebraska's slim hopes of being a factor in the Big Ten Western Division were dashed against Illinois last week. They take on Minnesota as a big double-digit underdog this week. Got Steve Merrill on the line from WagerTalk.com. Get on over to WagerTalk.com. You get Steve's selections across the board, the NFL, Major League Baseball, the World Series, of course, going on right now. And join us on Discord, on Patreon, patreon.com. Search MarkRogersTV. You get Steve's Under the Radar selection each and every week, exclusively there, only there. I don't know if I can really push this, but he's 8-1 against the spread. He did mess up that 1 week. So Nebraska, Minnesota, Steve. I am surprised to see this considering the Golden Gophers' limited offense at minus 16.
Yeah, and my math simulation surprised as well. And my math simulation favors Minnesota by 9.8. So I run 10,000 simulations, different scenarios. We take the average result. Half the time, Minnesota wins this game by less than 10. So there is value with Nebraska at this game getting 16 points. Total is 46. It's a fairly low total. As you mentioned, some offensive issues in this game. That would project basically to a 31-15 Minnesota win. So the question is, can Nebraska get to 2 touchdowns here? Now, Minnesota's defense has been really strong. They give up 14 points per game. That's exactly what they give up. I do think from a scheduling setup here, you can make an argument maybe Minnesota looks ahead to Northwestern next week. This is their only road game. They got 2 more home games after just playing Rutgers last week, so it's a one-game road trip out of 4 home games. So I don't think it's a great spot on the surface. And the other thing about Nebraska, obviously not having a good season, the head coaching change a month ago gave them a little bit of a spark with 2 wins. They've lost back-to-back games since, but turnovers have been the issue. In fact, they've had 2 turnovers or more now in 5 straight games, and they've had a total of 12 turnovers their last 5 games. Contrast that to Minnesota. They've had 1 turnover or less in 5 of their 7 games this season. So I think Nebraska at home is a little less likely to turn the ball over. Minnesota on the road a little more likely to have some turnover issues. And we do get some line value. Once again, my projection to Minnesota 10-point win, so I'll take the plus 16 with Nebraska to keep it close.
I got to figure this line has something to do with Nebraska's quarterback situation. Casey Thompson left last week's game. And, of course, in college football, it's difficult to get a read on injury situations. And they were just a mess once they brought in Logan Smothers and Chubba Purdy last week against Illinois and scoring 9 points. All right, Minnesota, Nebraska. There you get the take from Steve, that game at Nebraska. And you get Steve's segment with us each and every Thursday on all the team channels right here at the Voice of College Football. Join us on Patreon as well. Search Mark Rogers TV. You get Steve's Under the Radar selection. 8-1 against the spread this season. Steve, thanks so much for stopping by.
Thanks, Mark.